Hi everyone, we're live. Hi Zan.
Hey Marie, how are you?
I'm good. Lady Hawk's here, Kathleen B's here, and we've had Niobe
Hi.
Hopping stuff ready. Jasper says hello. Big
Hey
hugs from
Jasper.
Jasper. So how's everyone feeling? What's been going on? Zan, how have you been?
Yeah, I've been all right this week. Yeah,
You
doing a
feeling
lot better.
better?
Yeah, feeling a lot
So,
better, thank
yeah,
you. So,
you look good.
yeah,
You look good. So yeah, you'll be ready just in
excited for
time for Christmas.
today. Yes,
I
I can eat
know.
normal
I know.
food. I'm very
I know.
excited.
That'll be amazing. So, yay! But yeah. So today I sort of thought we'll maybe if we get a chance, we'll talk about when we have prophetic dreams or when we have dreams that feel like they're real or something then happens after we've had a dream. Because I know some people have said to me that they almost feel guilty if they have a like prophetic dream and then something happens and it's maybe not what we would look as positive. Yeah, so then they feel a little bit guilty. So I know you've had prophetic dreams as well. That's something that you tend to tap into. You've often done that. So I thought we'll talk about that at some stage because there's a few dreams that we actually could incorporate into that as well. So things that happen in real life,
Yeah,
and then we dream about something and it's related, but, yeah. And then we worry,
yeah,
is that going to actually happen? So I
yeah,
love it. So yeah,
yeah.
so Angel Laurie's on. Yay, got a really
Hi.
interesting dream from Angel Laurie, that's for sure. I love it. So, but so we should just start with the first one because we've got a few
Yeah,
today. It's
yep.
really good. So Niobe did ask a question straight up. Was up. So Dan,
All
do you want to
right.
read that for us?
Yeah, cool. All right. So Niobe's dream. I was being chased by government soldiers. I turned around and
No,
walked
hang on.
towards.
Stop. Sorry. I don't know if you can. Oh, you may not have this one. You might need to read it from the
Ah,
screen because it was up on.
okay.
This isn't on the. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Can you see
Pardon
this
me.
screen?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, you're right.
So what does it mean when we dream of black rose bush with small black spiders? Had this appear recently in a dream? Ooh,
I
interesting.
know. Black rose
Okay.
bush. Okay. So do you intuitively have a little feel into that one?
Okay. So black being the unknown. I'm just going to go straight to the spiders because spiders create their own web. They create their own story. They create everything. It's like what we think we create. A rose, well, it's a plant, really, isn't it? But it's a beauty.
Yes.
And because it's got a smell about it, it's like a feeling, from what I get. So it's like an unknown feeling that has been created. Um, I don't know. What does Rose say in the
Yeah.
book?
Love, beauty, and innocence. The color rose signifies love. So with the black, and I feel that this is maybe something the subconscious that's coming up to actually be that's going to help open the heart more. And
Mm,
and it depends what Niobe feels about black spiders. Like for me, spiders aren't a huge fear or a huge issue, but for some people,
mm,
spiders can be a real issue, and it can
true.
be about but spiders definitely are creativity to me. And
Mm,
when I look at the animal magic cards with the spider, it can also be about webbing. So it's about be careful what we're talking about and what we're actually
what we
creating.
create. Yeah.
So let me just have a little look in the book and see if it's got something in here as well. Spider, perfect, Zan. You're spot on. You create your own web or space. You may go anywhere and weave any life you choose. The 8 legs of the spider represents the cosmic energy for creating our own worlds. Now, this is really interesting as well because of, so some of the other dreams that have come through today. All too often we get caught in our own webs, forgetting that they are but illusions of our own making. We seek to control, manipulate others, pulling them into our own limited realities. So it sometimes can be a caution. But yeah, I feel for you, this is sort of definitely coming from your subconscious. And the black rose, it's like a deeper unconscious love that's come through for self. And I'm going to pull some cards on that.
I
But what do
also
you feel?
noticed
Yeah.
the name there, Niobe Rose, spelt with a Z.
Yes, exactly.
Perhaps being if that is part of your name or if that's part of your identity or maybe it's your favorite flower or whatever. So it must have some special meaning to you that only you understand. Just a thought.
I love that. And it's great. That's really good pickup observation. So, all right, I'm just going to pull a couple of cards here and just see what comes up to give us any clarity around this. If we're on the right track with but yes, that one. Yeah, this is so interesting because we've got our 5 of Swords. Now, to me, this is always around having a little bit of a fight within our own mind because it's an air card. So it's to do with the mind. The 5 is change. So, Naomi, I believe that this is something that you maybe have been pondering through a change. And then we've got our beautiful 2 of Cups, which is, to me, your relationship within yourself. And this is that self-love, that emotional card. So I feel that really does sort of depict that's what's coming through and that's what's changing for you. So the Chariot. So once you're in balance, so the 2 is the balance. Once you're in balance here with the Chariot, that's when things will actually change and move forward for you. So that's brilliant. Thank you for sharing that. Isn't it interesting? Just 2 little symbols that we get given in a dream can actually lead us to stop and to have a little look and see what's going on and what thoughts are we having and how we're feeling. And amazing. Yeah,
absolutely.
I love it. So thanks for sending that in. Okay, so where are we? Then we actually had another dream from Nobi. This is one you can see.
Oh, okay.
I shortened it, so I hope it's okay.
Yeah, that's all good. So I was being chased by Gov soldiers. I turned around and walked towards them. They moved back but kept trailing me, and one shot me. I calmly pulled a skinny metal wire from my arm. They took me to a Gov facility and ended up in a room with a Caucasian woman. She handed me a card with an image or symbol on it and the black stone with orange scuff marks. She said a word like Sola. No, Solwa.
Yeah, that's Solwa. Yeah.
As she pointed to it. So comment, I think the stone was some kind of meteorite, but I'm not sure. Interesting.
Yeah,
okay,
really
so
interesting. I'll go back to the
soldiers
beginning of
are protection, really, aren't they?
Yeah, true. Are they a bit like police? So they can be like guides and true.
Yeah. So they're walking towards. Oh, she was walking towards.
So Naomi turned around and actually faced them and started walking towards them.
Right.
So they backed off, but they did keep trailing her, and then one shot her. So the arm, it depends whereabouts in the arm. If it was the upper arm, that's around the heart area again, which is really interesting from the previous dream. So
whereas if it's closer to the hand, that would be like pointing, like which direction are you going?
Yes, true.
I wonder what wire means. That could.
I know.
I don't think I
wire. So wire can keep things together, or it can make a barrier. But a wire going into the arm, pretty interesting. So,
it's support.
Ah, wow. Okay. So that's what we're saying. So the military or the soldiers. So if you're at a military base or you're in the military, it indicates severe restrictions imposed on self. Isn't this interesting? Giving away power to others rather than accepting self-responsibility, determining own direction, but also need for self-discipline. But I still think that can be protective. That's the sort of feeling I get from it as well.
Yeah, but it's almost like fully supported in that. I wonder which arm, if it was right or left.
That makes a big difference too. So
it will, because it's the energy coming in.
So that would be good to know. So the support, or it's telling you that maybe you need to just allow yourself to be a little bit more free with how you're thinking, or something like that, because the military is very much around orders and doing it this way. So the fact that you turn around and face them and walk through, I feel like you're facing an aspect of that part of yourself too.
Absolutely. And then the stone. So that could almost be like extra protection, especially because it was a black stone. So it's unknown protection that's around you, but with an orange scuff. So that's your
No.
sacral.
Yeah, which is creative. So that spider dream again
Yeah.
comes into play here, because that's a creative aspect, which is where the spider energy comes from.
Yeah.
So this is all sort of merging in a little bit. So, and the word she said, sometimes we get given these words because it's a frequency or a vibration shift. And the fact, and Naomi did say she had to say it a few times to get it right in the dream. So that's, again, that can be a vibrational shift for us with those words coming in.
Yeah.
But the fact, and Nobi didn't remember what the image was on the card. So
Yes.
that could be something that you actually sit with Nobi and ask to actually get more through meditation, ask to get more clarity on it, or ask for another dream and get more clarity on the symbol. But it sounds like the word and the vibration is what was really needed. Okay.
Yes.
So is that what you're getting?
Yeah.
So
cards also have a meaning in the book, which says seeing life as a game or a gamble, focusing on winning or losing. But this is more of a psychic thing. So if a fortune teller reading cards reflects own psychic attunement. So this is where it comes back to you, Niobe, in terms of your own intuition, something that's coming to you, something that's been given to you, and just know that you're protected as you're going through this. You stopped and confronted it because you were unsure, but it appears that you're fully protected. So, you can go with certainty, but certainly take a moment and figure out what it is, or you might not need to know what it is.
The Hermit card. So that's just clarifying. You definitely need to do a little bit of internal work. So, and then 7 of Wands, which is actually taking action for your own individuality, for your own sense of self. So this is all absolutely confirming. So, and then you got the victory card. You got the 6 of Wands. So this is a victory. So I feel you're going to get to the, what your subconscious, your higher self is actually bringing through for you. So I do a little bit of work with that one, and let us know how you go. Awesome.
And I just get this feeling intuitively that once you sit and meditate with it, it's going to happen really fast.
That's what the cards are saying too.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
So good job. So thank you for sharing that. And Teresa's on. Hi. She's on. Oh, Elise here. Hello, Lisa. And Elisa's had a dream this morning as well. Awesome. And Shannon, oh my God, Triangle. Everyone's here. This is awesome. I love it. So I'll go down to the live dreams now to start with, because and then we can pop back to the ones that got sent in.
Go back to the others. Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. Okay, let me just have a look and see.
So I think Shana Banana is the first one.
Yeah, let's have a look.
The one above it.
Oh, sorry.
That's
all
right.
Missed that one.
So there's a dream visiting Florida in real life. But in the dream, I woke up and transported back to my state. Couldn't figure out how I got back to my state. Figured I went through some kind of portal and was freaking out how to get back to my friend in Florida. In the meantime, I ended up working the morning at my job. I just quit on Friday just to help out. Then went back to figuring out how to get back to Florida. And FaceTime my friend, letting them know I'm no longer in Florida, and asked, how do I get back? And then woke up.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love it. And it's so interesting because another one of the dreams is about someone visiting a friend in a different country altogether.
Oh, really?
So this is fascinating. Yeah, there's a theme here. But straight away, Shanna Banana, the first thing that I really tuned into was state. What sort of state are we talking about? Is it a state of mind? Is it an emotional state? Is it a whole change of your state within you? That's just what came through straight away. So what did you get?
I was getting something very similar. It's like you really need to have a break. So that's what Florida represents. But you couldn't help it. Your mind won't switch off. It's going back to work. Whereas you need to have a break. Your mind needs to switch off, and it's trying to tell you. So you're trying to tell your friend, I'm not there anymore. I'm still over here. How do I get back? What do I do? What do I do? Well, it's always within you. So you just got to switch off.
And the fact that it was FaceTiming friends. Like, so what does that mean? Remember when we're using a phone or we're doing any sort of communication?
Definitely, it's a message. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know in America, they tend to FaceTime more than phone call.
Right. So it's the same thing, though.
So it's the same thing. But a phone call is, in a dream, is always something to listen to. Listen to the messages. It's something important.
It's usually coming through from your higher self. That's what I get. So, yeah. Oh, perfect. So just to do a few little cards. So 5 of Wands. So this is where there's conflicting action going on. So as Zan was saying, you're not quite settled where you are enjoying yourself. And you said you were scared. So that 3 of Swords has come up because you were like, God, freaking out. It's something that you haven't managed to, in your mind, bring into a place of peace, but you will. You got the Ace of Swords, which is perfect. So this is bringing you that perfect mind balance. And as Zan said, just have a little look at what's going on. And, sometimes we're so programmed into just being, part of this sort of system and matrix that we just need to take that little bit of time to reflect and look at our true thought processes and what state do we actually want to be in compared to what state we're in. So, yeah, that's really cool. That's such a good dream. But you literally can take the words from it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. So thanks for
cool.
that one.
Thank you.
And got Elisa's dream.
So Elisa's dream. I had a dream this morning. I was leaving my ex-sister-in-law's house on a bicycle. And as I'm going down the road, I see up ahead 2 tornadoes up ahead. So I turn around and go the other way. There was a gang of men that were trying to stop me to get my bike. All right. So
Beautiful.
the bike is your vehicle. Yeah, cool. And it's about balance because 2.
Yeah, that's right. A bicycle is definitely about balance. So, and 2 tornadoes.
Exactly. Look at that. And, if you look at tornado and what it is, it can often be like you're feeling you're in turmoil. You're feeling like your world's about to turn upside down. And there were, with a group of men coming to steal your bike, I would look at that as your masculine side trying to take over.
And
what do you
trying
think?
to undo the balance. Yeah, that's as soon as you read that, I was getting that intuitively as well. So is there something that you're overdoing? Is there something that you're using that masculine aspect and you're overdoing it? Because tornadoes, remember as well, are air, because that's, that's your self energy, but it's also water. There's usually storms and rain that come with it. So you've got emotions and you've got your mind. So what's going on for you in your mind? Are you overdoing
tornadoes,
things?
though, are normally smaller and inland, whereas a cyclone, what am I thinking? No, a hurricane is more water and like on the beach side.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. We don't get tornadoes here in Australia, so
we get cyclones. Yep.
We get cyclones,
beautiful.
Which is like a hurricane.
It's just interesting because with the cards, the 3 of Wands came up for you, Elisa. So to me, this is you looking out into your future, and the Lovers cards come up. So again, this is that masculine, feminine aspect of yourself because this is about you. So this is bringing that back into balance. And again, you've got the Ace of Swords. So yes, this is going to happen. I would definitely just sit and breathe. You're good at meditating. Just sit and breathe and just have a look. What I do is I tend to ask for my feminine side first to present itself so I can actually tune into it, and then my masculine. And I see how they're actually working with each other, or what images are they giving me to show me where they're actually at. So that's a really neat thing to do as well during a little meditation. So
try and sit in the eye of that tornado.
Yeah.
Or the hurricane, the calmness of it.
Yeah. So so thanks for sharing that. So
thank you.
Gosh. Okay, this is interesting. We got some feedback from Shanna Banana.
Oh, awesome. All right. So thank you. I did my own cards and said something similar. Well, there
Beautiful.
You go. Can't make this stuff up.
That's right. And it's really great that you're actually tuning in and finding out, getting some answers first for yourself. And I'd actually really recommend that. So even writing down what your comments are or what you feel the dream was about, it's like practicing a muscle. You get better and better at it. So Yeah, but and Christina's
Absolutely.
on. Hi, Christina. Hi, William. It's great. So let's go back. The one I got in here as well. And remember, it's so true. Even if it's someone else's dream, oftentimes it can really trigger something within us, or it can give us understanding of our own symbology, or then our higher self or our deep subconscious has more to work with. So it's like anything. The more knowledge you get, the easier
Or a
it
different
is
way
for
of
us to
looking
work
at
with it.
things too, because sometimes we have repetitive dreams and we're just not understanding the message. And that's why having a dream buddy, like Marie and I are both dream buddies, and we'll often contact each other first thing in the morning. Are you awake for a dream? I need to talk about it, because sometimes talking with somebody else, they might pick up something that you haven't. And so it's just another way of looking at it. And that's always a good way of doing things too.
Definitely. And especially if there's an emotion, or it feels like a nightmare and you're still in that emotional unrest or unease, we can't be as objective. It's very hard to look at it, from outside of the, oh, what was this about? And then the other person can do the objective looking at it. So that's what I find really helps as well. So, all right, should we do Kathleen Bryant's dream?
Yes. All right. So Kathleen's dream. I was asked to run in a marathon near my house, not my real home. So I did, knowing I wouldn't be able to finish it because I would only be walking. When I got close to my home, I left and went home and watched from my window. At one point, I remember walking by the canal, crossing a bridge, and then walking the other way and then along a curvy path.
So I'm going to pop Kathleen's comment up before we look at this, okay?
Sure.
Because she actually left a comment with it.
There was a kind of fun feeling like, okay, I'll participate as much as I can. I used to work at a marathon for my job, and the dream, I knew I couldn't run it because I broke my knee 13 years ago, nor was I in any shape to run a full marathon. You and me both, sister. I woke up hoping this dream wasn't an allegory for my life in general. I'm going home before I should. Laugh out loud. What does a marathon mean in the dream book? Good question. I would say that's running your life.
Especially because you used to work in that arena, that was your arena. So you would have seen or known all these people that worked so hard to do a marathon, and it was probably the journey getting to the end of the marathon. It wasn't probably getting to the finish line. It was actually the year or whatever of preparation. So, so it's interesting that you asked in a marathon. You knew you wouldn't be able to finish it, but you were really happy to do it. So to me, intuitively, that's just saying that you're actually happy to be a part of life. It doesn't matter if you can't finish a marathon or do whatever it is that we might have our own expectations of, but you're actually enjoying life, Kathleen. And I think that's really important. And I was just reading something about this, I think it was even yesterday, how, when we climb a mountain, it's not the peak to get to the top of the mountain. That's the thing. It's the actual journey. So it's actually being there and seeing every milestone and watching the flowers as you're walking up the path. You're going somewhere, but we've got to have somewhere to aim for to actually enjoy ourselves. So I feel that's what this dream was about a little bit. What are you getting, Zan?
Yeah, well, I've just had a look in the book, and for those who don't know, this is the dream book that we're looking at, Betty Bethard's The Dream Book. So I looked up run, and it's saying to run away from something means you're not ready and willing to deal with the situation. But if you're running towards something, you're eager and keen for new growth to get on with your path. So then I looked up race. So if in a race you're competing against yourself, so this is interesting. Unite all aspects of yourself in order to win. So if you knew you couldn't do it, perhaps there's a part of you that is in doubt of actually being able to finish the race, if you want to look at it as you're competing against yourself. So I would certainly take time to sit and look at perhaps what you might be in conflict with within yourself. Because it might not be as hard as you think it is.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes in dreams you just can't run? I'd be intrigued to know if while you were running you had that, really, I get that all the time when I'm trying. Do you get that?
Yeah, I haven't had it for ages, but yeah, I remember the feeling of
Yeah.
it where you're trying to run and you can't.
Mm.
But it sounds like
Yeah.
Kathleen did what she could, which was fantastic. And then,
Yeah.
but then Zan, the other thing I'm just coming into mind is watching through the window. So remember, she said she went back to the house and was
Mm.
watching through the window.
Yeah.
Um,
And the
so
house is you as well. So I kind of get that this is all part of you. Windows are often the looking glass of life. So how you're seeing things. So how did
yeah,
she see herself going? I've forgotten.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, good. She
What's
said she was happy. She said it felt like a happy thing. So she was enjoying it. But the fact that also walked
yeah,
by a canal, so you've got water. The canal's not
true.
very usually, and it's usually calm. So that's a calm
Hmm.
emotion. Crossing a bridge, what does crossing a bridge mean? Is that going from conscious to subconscious, going from one realm to the next, and a long curvy path? So again, this is like you're enjoying the actual journey. So I don't feel this is you leaving the planet anytime soon. I feel this is
No.
about you really, you're engaging in life. And I feel just keep doing that. Keep engaging in every moment. Be present in every moment. Because, our eternal life is the marathon. It's not just this one physical life. It's our soul.
Yeah.
So you're just doing we're all just doing a little stint of a marathon.
I was just looking at the part in the dream. She knew she couldn't run because she broke her knee, and your knee
Yes.
is your support system. So you need to be more flexible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. With
you have the
this
support.
is, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, you go.
Beautiful. No, it's great. It's interesting because we've got the 9 of Pentacles up, which is one of my favorite cards, because this is all about someone's uniqueness, individuality, their own abundance of just being who they are. So I think this is you just allowing yourself just to be completely who you are. And the star. So the star to me is bringing through that higher, beautiful aspect of self. Sometimes it's about making decisions, go one way or the other, but it doesn't matter. Look at the emotions. It's how you actually deal with the emotional aspect of this higher thing coming in. I'd say you've got something coming into your life, Kathleen, because you've got the Fool card. So I feel there could be something new coming in. So just be in every moment, enjoy it, and allow it to come to you, and have a courage to take that step when you get it. Because as Zan said, that your knee, I know you've had that operation in your life, but it's about support. So just trust.
Yeah.
Okay. So it'd be interesting to see if something does pop up in your life that is new for you.
Yes.
So, but I love that. So thanks for sharing that.
Enjoy the journey.
Yeah. So, Marie's on. Hi, Marie. Okay, let's go to our next dream. And this one was really, actually, hang on, we've got first.
Was that Kathleen's dream?
Yeah, that was.
So she's just made a comment on the bottom. Wonderful interpretations. Yeah. Yes, I'm enjoying each day, and there's a lot of emotional storms here, but I'm keeping my balance and staying out of conflict while having fun playing. There you go.
Perfect.
Well, that's nice.
Perfect.
Confirmation.
Yeah. Yes, so
Thank
definitely
you.
that emotional aspect was coming through for you. So, yeah. But, it's awesome. Okay, where are we up to? We're up to Nick. Nick sent through a couple of questions. Nick question, here we go.
Yep. Okay, so next question. How does the frequency of cicadas, is that right? Yep. Contribute to the whole?
And because in Queensland at the moment, I love cicadas. They're like amazing. The frequency and energy when they actually sing, I just tune into it. It's really quite amazing. So I don't know. I suppose you get the same things in the US or whatever. Or do you call them cicadas? But here we're getting a lot. And I was just going for a walk the other night and I could hear them, and it was like, oh, they're just beautiful. So to me, it's like, I don't know if any of you have ever heard, they did crickets. They took crickets and the vibration sound of crickets, and they slowed it down to what it would be in human time, like, because obviously crickets are much faster. And it was the most beautiful symphony of music. It's probably one of the most beautiful aspects of music I've ever heard in my life. So I actually I recorded, when I lived on the mountain, I recorded cicadas. And I've got a friend that does a lot of music, and I still haven't got it done, but I wanted to get the cicadas to get the same thing done. So I actually got slowed down so you could hear the symphony that they play. So, because
Well, I wonder, with a cricket, it's their knees that actually knock together to make that noise. So I wonder if it's the same with the cicada. Do they look the same?
I think they
Are
rub.
they
No, they're bigger. I think they rub their wings, the cicadas. I think because
okay?
cicadas, I've read that they're actually underground for 7 years before they come out. So that's why I think they're
Right.
so noisy, because they've got a lot to say. They've been quiet for so long.
There
So
you
yeah,
go.
so the cicada frequency. I'm going to get Jasper to tune into this
I
one for
actually
me.
want to know, Nick, are you asking this
Mm.
question because of the new movie on Netflix? Because there is a part in that movie where they say it's funny sitting here and not hearing the cicadas.
Good pickup. Yeah, true. I've watched the movie. Watched it. It's
Mm.
new.
So what
It's
does it
interesting.
mean?
So balance. So, and also, yeah, I'm going to ask Jasper actually tune in and get Jasper to just maybe give me a little bit more of an insight into what their energy and frequency is. So showing me that they're actually in tune with the energetic lines of the earth. And it's like they also help to keep things balanced as well. Oh, and the frequency coming in is huge. So these little insects, they have a role to play. It's a little bit like waves and dolphins, and their frequency, their sound, their emissions, their whole light body, that also helps to keep the grid line, energetic grid lines clear, the meridian lines of the earth clear as well. So he was showing me that, and I could feel it. The cicadas definitely do that. Their frequency is really uplifting. So, so if anyone's ever heard of cicada sound being slowed down and put into music, let me know, because it's something I've actually wanted to hear. So, yeah. So I don't know. What do you think, Zan? Is there anything else that's coming to you intuitively?
Yeah, it does sit right with me that it's a frequency of the earth.
Yeah.
And they're in tune. I feel that all animals have that as well. I know birds do, especially. So with cicadas having wings as well, I would say they would be part of that realm, because
Yeah.
they need that to fly and to move around.
I'll have to research that again, but somewhere in my mind it was their wings, not their legs like the crickets, but we'll see.
Not like crickets.
So yeah, good question. But I know they're everywhere at the moment. They're just beautiful. So yeah, because we're in summer, obviously here.
Yes.
Okay. And then the next one, she had a vision which was really interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So next vision: woke up in the middle of the night, sleeping at mum's. I opened my eyes and saw a small red light above me. I thought, there isn't a smoke detector in the room, so not sure if I had a visitor or the red light was helping me to realign. Interesting.
Really interesting. And yeah, straight away I actually got that it's almost like something is being realigned, because Nick's mum passed
Yes.
when she's in the house. So she's in the house without her mum there. So yeah, I'm feeling, I just felt like frequency again coming through. Because like I've said to you, sometimes I've had whole flower of life symbols coming through and my eyes are open and I'm still seeing them. So I really do believe that we actually can have this support and help through the frequency. And so whether it comes through as a red light, so you notice it.
Yeah.
Interesting to know if you felt any different after it, Nick. So,
yeah. I kind of got that
well.
you understood what this was and it was already realigning. So yeah, good pickup.
Yeah. So that's great. But and I love visions, because when I get visions, it's like a flash, but I know it's absolute truth. So instead of having a dream prophetically, like Zan, you tend to have the dreams and get the knowings about something prophetic happening. Whereas for me, it's a vision, absolute vision. And I just know, because they come in a certain way. And it sometimes is just half a second or a second. And I go, oh, okay, that's what's going to happen. So it's interesting. So Nick she had a vision as well.
All right. So next other vision. This morning I woke up and the last image was of blue
Hydrangeas, they're flowers.
What are they? Oh, okay. Thank you.
Hydrangeas are beautiful. They're tiny little flowers within flowers, and they're big bloom, and they can be purples or blues or pinks. So yeah.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. So it was the color blue, spiritual and communication, and the water loving plant of emotions. Nice. I'm
So
gonna look
it's
up just
true.
so. Yeah.
Look up flower even, because they probably won't have the hydrangeas there. But absolutely,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what we remind you to do is when you have a dream, look at your colors. What's your feelings you get from it? Was there anything specific that stand out as far as people go? Was there an activity being held? And if it was a movie, what would you call your dream? That's a really good way to start remembering your dreams and pop writing them down as soon as you wake up if you do remember it. So
Yep. So a flower is unfolding flower is a good sign of good growth, direction and beauty and fulfillment, completement of a goal.
beautiful.
So time for great achievement, appreciation. Nice.
Yeah, and she's right. The blue is communication as well, and it's also manifestation. The throat area is also manifestation, so which is another interesting one too. So and then and I'll just check comments and see. Okay, so we've got a new dream out. We'll do I think what's the next one? Oh, here we go. Christine. Oh, so Christine is asking about the movie.
Yeah, so that's Leave the World Behind. I think a few people have said it's the Julia Roberts one.
Yeah, yeah.
So yes, I just watched it last night, and I'll probably be watching it again today.
You miss so much. There's so much in there, and most of us have sort of got a fair idea of what the seeding is they're trying to do. Because I feel this is a positive note in a way, because I don't. Yeah, it's really interesting. So just watch it though. I won't say too much if you want to watch.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Marie's put up a dream, an old dream. Do you want to read this one?
Okay, so an old dream. I was 14 when my dad passed. A couple of years later, I kept dreaming tall man, white hair, dark plaid shirt, and a yellow truck pulled up. Didn't know him. Maybe 9 years later, it happened. Wow. Okay, so
I just got goosebumps.
I would say this person is poignant in your life. I'd be interested to know if that, because how old would you have been then? You would have been 23. Is that person still in your life? Were they important? That would be something that, or is it a
yellow? Yeah, a yellow truck. So yellow is solar plexus, which is also empowerment, which is to me sunshine. It's usually a positive thing. So how fascinating. So this is something I feel we also get a little bit of, like you said, it could be a warning, but it can also just be a take notice. But there could be someone that, like an aspect of that soul that you might have had other lifetimes with as well. And when they turn up, it's something that's been cleared and shifted and changed. I'd love to know what actually happened then, Marie, from that meeting.
Yeah.
And he just drove up. So it'd be interesting to see what happened. So so let us know, because I love that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, she had a part 2 of the dream. Oh, cool. Hang on a minute. Sorry. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Thank you for giving me that heads up.
That's him. Well, the following year, Mum and Bill. Oh,
I just got goosebumps everywhere. I knew this. I know. It was
there you go. And now I've got them.
I've still got them, and I got them with that first cut. Oh my God, that's amazing, Marie.
Sorry,
so there's a really positive, and happy yellow truck. That's just crazy. I love it.
That's so cool.
See, your mum must have needed you to give her a little push, maybe. So that's beautiful.
Yeah,
I love it.
To know that everything was okay.
So look how important that dream was, and you remembered it from when you were 14. I love that. That is so cool. Yeah. So,
cool.
that is amazing.
And 9,
that is amazing.
Was it 9 years later? I mean, that's end of a cycle. So,
exactly.
Cool.
Exactly. So, cool. I love it. Stuff like that, that's what it's all about. So, Zan, do you remember?
Look at that, 14. Oh, sorry, I was just looking at the age of 14, which is the number 5, so that's changed.
Yes.
And then 9 years later is 23, which is also 5, which is
5, which
change.
is change. Ah,
There
that's
you go.
amazing. Good
So I
pickup.
love it when
See,
those
numbers.
coincidences happen.
Numbers.
Yeah.
So Zan, do you remember anything that you've had that was sort of, you sort of knew something might happen from a dream, or was there any indication you had in a dream that gave you warnings, anything like that?
I've had a couple of dreams where I've just woken up with a bad feeling or something, and I've just told everybody, be careful today, be on your wits.
Yep.
I don't honestly remember anything actually happening, except once when I was, and I don't even remember what it was, but it was something really small and minuscule that had happened. I said, oh, that must have been what I was feeling yucky about. I don't actually, I kind of feel the fact that I said to everybody, be really careful, be alert, notice your surroundings, notice the people around you. I think that was enough to stop anything that would have happened, because that's all I needed to say. Yeah, that's all I needed to say.
I had I forgot, and I just remembered it. I asked for a dream because we have a horse race here years ago, the Melbourne Cup. And I remember asking for a dream, and I said, just give me 2 of the numbers even in the 3, because I used to like being a trifecta, which is up there.
Yes.
And I got these numbers and everything, so I put them in, and they came in, and they actually came in. And so sometimes you get lucky. You can ask and see if you can connect into the energy. So
you never know. You never know.
Yeah. So, okay, let's go back up and see where we're up to. Make sure I haven't missed anyone, and we'll do the other. Okay, so this is Laurie. This is Laurie's dream. All right.
Okay, so Laurie's dream was in a bus or a shuttle bus, with all races of people, sitting next to a little Hispanic girl, and her family were going to a wedding. This bus then detached from its housing and shot straight up into the sky. It was like a roller coaster. Then a click as it was locked into its housing. Woke up and checked for any physical markings, as I've found bruises before, and strange impressions on my arm. Right. So you have some pictures of, or you've drawn like a
yes, I
a
checked
little
with the
view of what that looks.
It didn't come up very well. So what I did was I just did a image, and this one, the one that Laurie said was in her left upper inside arm, really intrigued me, because it reminded me, I'll pop it up if you can see it. I don't know, my drawing's not that fantastic, but I sort of followed it. You can see that was around the arm. And to me, it looked like, and she said she was on flat sheets. There was no way it could have actually happened. But the first impression I got from this one, Laurie, was you know how you have those armbands, like, back in the days where you have like the metal, armbands and things, or as part of a suit, because some of the other photos, it looked like there was pressure, on the arm, and been from wearing a suit of some sort. So it's really interesting. So, and Laurie's question, I'll put the question up because I did get intuition around this.
Okay, so the question, please, what do you get from this dream? It feels like it was an experience and not a dream. I feel I was taken somewhere and something happened to me and others.
Yeah. So intuitively what I got from that was that avatar. It's like our higher self, we can actually do things or go and have experiences as well, and maybe using another type of body. I mean, that was just the thought I got straight away, as well. So now the physical body doesn't go, but you can have an impression that's left through the energy of what you're doing, whatever it is you're doing. So, and there was also a bruise she didn't go to bed with and woke up with on her forearm as well. So, I believe that we actually can do other things as well in life. And it could be joining up with lots of other beings from all over the place that are also having this experience. So, but if we were to then bring the dream back as if it's all about us here, Zan, what are your thoughts with that?
Well, if you look at the symbology of it on its own, a bus is you. The bus is your vessel. It's a big version of your vessel on the road. The fact that it detached from its housing, which the housing is also you. So part of you has left, gone straight up. Part of you is detached. So if you want to look at it just from the symbolization of the dream, I would say part of you is feeling detached. You're feeling detached within yourself. You're in conflict perhaps with yourself at the moment. The fact that you actually had a feeling where you were taken somewhere else, I wouldn't look too much at the symbol part. I would look at it as if you felt like you were being taken somewhere else. What else do you need to be shown that you haven't seen yet? That would be my question. So I would probably meditate on that question. What haven't I seen? I'm with a whole bunch of other people that are going to a wedding, which is a marriage of ideas, a congregation of masculine, feminine, or of two. So it's a unity. It's a balance of your masculine and your feminine. That's what I would be looking at. And it would be only something that you could do, Laurie, to go within and ask, what is that was trying to be shown to me? And perhaps through the eyes of a young girl, because she was sitting next to the young Hispanic girl. Yeah, so your inner child, what is it trying to tell you? That would be how I would meditate on it.
Yeah, definitely. So, so that was, and so it's really great to look at it from both aspects. So yes, there could have been an adventure going on, definitely. So then look at the symbology of it to get some more help and understanding from your subconscious. So she did. It felt like it could have been a uniform or something.
And I mean, the shirt I'm wearing, if I held it like this for a while, I'm sure I would have markings on my inner. I'm assuming this is the section that it was. It was on the fold. Is that correct?
Yeah, up here. Yeah, but it was only on the right arm. But yeah, it just depends. I mean, if Angel Laurie wasn't, just had a singlet on or something, then it doesn't make any sense. So yeah.
True.
Yeah. So so it's great. I think it's really good to look at this both ways, Angel Laurie. So
yeah,
definitely.
A lot of different aspects.
Yes. So okay, but thank you for sharing that. I just found that really intriguing.
Thank you.
Yeah. And we've got one more from Laura, I think. Yep. Let me just go to Laura. Okay. So Laura's dream, Lauda's dream. It's pronounced Lauda.
Cool. So in Melbourne, visiting friends, a bridge over a wide river, and my dog went deep into the river. I was on a boat with a kind older man who wanted to show me the waters. I needed to find my dog, but the boat went under the bridge. I woke up with my heart burning and wanting to crack open. Next dream, straight after, I was in a waiting room with 2 levels and no previous feeling of heartbreak from losing my dog. Okay.
Yeah, I found this really interesting.
So a bridge is the bridge between consciousness and unconsciousness. The river being your emotions. The boat is your emotional vessel. Dogs normally represent the masculine part of yourself. So I would say whatever shift you're going through at the moment, perhaps your masculine self isn't present, which is why you're looking for it to be a part of it. And you needed that that balance. Balance is really the word of the day, isn't it?
It is.
Everything is in balance. And if you're in a waiting room, I'm assuming that means like a doctor's surgery waiting room. Is that what you?
No, it was more like her school. So her class, she's a teacher. So it was more like she felt like the kids were there and stuff, but then she was waiting room. Right. And the 2 levels, again, that's balance.
2, so, yeah, absolutely.
And I feel as well with so much water in the dream, and I mean, because her dog is really important to her. She's like, so it's like having an aspect of you lost. But the fact that there's a kind old man that was helping you on the boat, it's actually maybe allowing a wiser aspect of your masculine side to come through to support you. So I would do that meditation I talked about before, where you go in and you ask for your feminine aspect come through your masculine, and then just see how they're integrating or see what's going on with them. Like, look what they're wearing, how they're feeling, how they communicating with each other. I think that's what I'd be doing. Yeah, temperance. Look at this. So temperance is beautiful. This is a card that's around patience, but it's also around there is change coming, and whether it's a new home or whether it's a new place of being, a new state of being. But just have some patience and look at the water. So it's like there's emotions that are often connecting with the temperance card as well. So it's balancing the water between the two cups there. So, I feel this is about your heart. And when the heart's breaking open, look at this. We got a confirmation, the Ace of Pentacles. This tells me, I was just to say, when your heart was breaking open and burning, when you, with your dream, when you woke up, I would say you're actually going into deeper chambers of heart. There's something healing, clearing, and opening, because I've physically had my heart feel like it's going to break when I've been going through a big shift and clearing something. So it's emotion, deep emotions. So that's a fairly poignant dream, Ladder. So thank you for sharing that with us. And again, we had the bridge, we had the it's really interesting how many of those were today's dreams as well. So perfect.
There is.
But I
so
know.
Balance is the word of the day.
Yes, masculine, feminine, balance. So I'm just going to quickly scan through and see if there's anyone I've missed. This is something. Oh, Kiba's here. Okay, blue piece. I like this comment.
I've heard if you don't dream, you're mentally constipated. Well, that sounds like fun, doesn't it?
Oh, I love that. That's funny. So, Layla's here. I didn't notice Layla was on as well. Wow, late for Layla. She had a late shift where she works. So, where else are we? Just make sure I've not missed anyone. And then we'll Maple Tree's on. Hi, Maple Tree. So, So, well, San, is there anything else you want to say? You know, it's nearly Christmas. What is going on?
Oh my goodness. So exciting in our household.
With twins, What's more for you? But so in a couple of weeks to Christmas. So we'll do next Monday. And then I think the following week is Christmas. So we'll be doing one more show. And then I'm away for time.
We'll have a week,
probably a bit more. So it'll probably be a bit, might even end up being 2. So we'll let you know next time. But so meantime, guys, just look after yourselves. There's huge frequency coming in. And if you actually can work with it rather than going into angst, the consciousness that's coming through is beautiful. When you just stop and even close your eyes, I just feel this new consciousness. It's so beautiful. So just keep doing your white lighting before you go to sleep. You can do your beautiful I am peace and feeling it, or I am safe and feeling it. Whatever it is you want to imbue into your psyche, you do that before you go to sleep, because then it works for the next 6 hours, 8 hours, however long you sleep. So that's a little trick. That's a really good thing to do. But keep clearing that etheric field. It really will help. So so an Angel Laura's just asked.
Yes, hear a word from Jasper.
Yes, we can. We'll be on next week again, Angel Laurie. So it's just after that. Yep. So we'll get Jasper to just do a little tune in for us to see what's happening, if there's anything he can show us that's happening. This is interesting. He's showing me a perspective. We're up above, and it's like the cross. You know how you see like the Celtic cross or the cross energy? It's like it's been opened. It looks almost like a keyhole even, and it's like it's been opened. So I'm feeling that there's something, definitely more frequency and energy coming through.
Nice.
But it's specific. It's specific to help us hold it within our being as well as it comes through into earth. I really feel that we're the transducers too, which is what that cross symbolizes for me. So that's so just be open, exactly what we're talking about. Be open, keep your energy fields clear your heart, you can just open your heart and clear it and allow any pain in the body to come out through the heart. So, So yes, Anne, is there anything to say for the week?
Have a fun week, everybody. Thanks so much for being here today. It's always fun to hear other people's stories, and we get something out of it too. I know last week I got a lot out of everything that was on. So there were a lot of messages from my mum last week, which I really needed to hear at that time. And I'm going to cry as well, but it's the 20-year anniversary of my mum crossing over next week. So it's always difficult when it comes close to Christmas because, of course, we miss our mum. But we talk about her, and even though my kids haven't met her and neither has my husband, but when I was talking with a family member, they said, yeah, he's met your mum. You're her, like all over. So I told him that, and he's like, oh, okay.
But it was really interesting because last week I actually felt Zan's mum, like before when we were having a chat beforehand, I went, she's actually behind your shoulder and she's looking over going, oh, this looks interesting, this looks fun. And then that beautiful message came through about the rose and everything. So, it was all just perfect, wasn't it?
Because
that's how we can get
her
messages.
Her favourite flower is a gerbera. So I was always giving her gerberas, but now that I'm married and we have the name Rose in our family, to me roses are symbolic. So I always give her a rose from now on. So we're all actually going to give her a rose. We'll go up there and give her a rose where her plaque is. And we know that it's not her, but just as a symbol this year we're going to go up as a 20-year anniversary. And there was also too the Hungarian bread was discussed.
Yes.
With the language.
That's right. So Dave.
Yes. I actually looked up the recipe just yesterday. I found Mum's recipe of it. So yeah.
Oh, so this is beautiful. This is where, people just bringing in beautiful sayings or events or information. It helps someone, and you often don't know who it is. And this time it was Zan.
Exactly. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you for all of your messages last week. That really helped. Thank you.
Yeah. So much love to you, and have a beautiful week, guys. We'll see you next
Have a good
next
one.
Sunday night, Monday morning.
See